Hello and welcome back to more Aviary Attorney, where last time we had the surprise, well, I was going to say surprise of a lifetime, but that frames it as a positive event, of which it was not. We found out that our client that we helped prove innocent was actually guilty. Let us be reasonable, senors. I am sure this is a simple misunderstanding. So that's nice. Oh, and by the way, that was case 1. There was no misunderstanding. In the name of the king, arrest that Spaniard. Act 2, a fox among wolves. Yeah, good luck topping the out-of-the-gate bombshell that the client you were defending was guilty. Jesus, I knew Falcon wouldn't feel like turning up to the office on Friday. But now it's midday on Monday and there's still no sign of him. This is becoming a little concerning. I should probably go look for him. I should probably go find him. His home would be a good place to start, but the bird brain never gave me his address. I'll have to find him the hard way. By systematically checking every single... Oh, you gotta be kidding. I have to actually systematically check every single... Oh, you're not very nice to me. I was joking when I said that I have to systematically check every single... Okay. Excuse me, mademoiselle. Down here. Oh, there you are. It's Ferguson, right? That's right. I heard about the case you were involved in. I never would have thought the Baron was a murderer. He always treated me with the utmost respect. But then, I suppose it makes sense that the most ruthless killers are the ones who can put up the best facade. Yeah, I suppose so. Don't we know a whole lot about putting up facades? Say, how's your friend doing? He seemed a little down last night. Oh, you seen him? Yes. He was brooding in the corner of Le Canard Joyex, name I mispronounce. Mumbling and drinking. He was a little depressing, to be perfectly honest. Le Canard Joyex? That's the dingy student bar in Vergin, right? He's not dingy, just a little rustic. In any case, that's an enormous help. Thanks, mademoiselle. Anytime, Sparrowson. Okay, well, that actually made that a little bit easier than I expected. Well, we know where we're going. I expected that would be a case of just checking every single location until we eventually found him. Sparrowson steps to the doors of Le Canard, to the dingiest student tavern in all of Paris. His nostrils fill with the pungent aroma of sour wine and bitter tobacco. Well, ruffle my feathers if it isn't little Sparrowson. I haven't seen you since you and... I haven't seen... Okay, I haven't seen you in years. I'm going to assume that's just a typo. That I had to do a double take there. That did not click with my brain as to what the hell happened with this sentence. How you doing, hon? I'm feeling pretty good, Madame Quenelle. Thanks for asking. I'm actually here to find a friend. He's a big guy named J.J. Falcon. Falcon? Yep, that sorry lump's been here all weekend. He's just been moaning and muttering to himself all weekend. Frankly, he's bringing the whole atmosphere down. I'll take care of him. Thanks, Madame Quenelle. It's no problem, hun. He's probably still in the corner of the drinking room upstairs. Well, then you know where we're going. No sign of him. Huh, mon dieu! I almost stepped on the big fellow. Falcon? What are you doing on the floor? Hey, Falcon, wake up! Did we find SpongeBob after the Goofy Goober party? Wow, the bird's completely out cold. He must have drunk this place dry. Let's see, how do you wake a drunk person? Well, the funniest thing to do would be to pour a drink on his head. Well, I guess it's time for a rude awakening. Wakey, wakey! That's a lot. Oh. It's still dripping from the... Ah, good, you're up. Are you with us, Falcon? That's a nice little animation. Yeah? Feeling sober? We should probably head back to the aviary office so we can get some work done. I don't understand it, Spellison. Huh? I thought I did everything right. I followed all the procedures. I found all the evidence. I presented the case beautifully. And yet, a guilty feline walks free while an innocent man sits in custody. What went wrong? Where's the justice? I guess we need to try harder, because technically, well, as far as we were concerned, we had all the clues that led us to the truth. It's just that they were falsely manipulated, so I guess I'll say that we need to try harder on that note. Maybe we need to try harder? Try harder? I don't know if we messed up or if the system messed up or what, but we just have to do our best as lawyers, I suppose. Maybe if we work hard enough, we can stop messes from happening again. Sorry, Falcon, I don't have the answers. But what I do have is freshly baked croissants from Pierre's Boulangerie. Croissants? Yes, they're waiting for you back at the aviary. I'm sitting here, moping about justice, and you offer me croissants. Well, it's not just croissants. I got some pains and hot chocolate, too. could go for pains of chocolate. Fantastic. Then let's make a move. Yeah, I'm hoping we can rectify this mistake by the end of the game. Because that is... I mean, it's a great moment that I did not see coming in the slightest. But it is beyond infuriating that we actually let her get away with that. I do wonder, is there is this linear, or is there a world where I could have intentionally lost to get her convicted and then ultimately won in the end? I wonder. Alright, I admit it, the croissant's so amazing. I told you, Pierre's boulangerie on Rue Verte is something else. Oh, that reminds me, the baker told me something interesting. Do you know what they call pains of chocolate in America? They don't call them pains of chocolate? Nope. Pronunciation difficulties. You don't say. American is a whole nother language. So what do they call them? Chocolate croissants. Hey there, buddy. When did you get here? And maybe you might want to consider jumping up on a table so that we don't step on you by mistake. Chocolate croissants. What do they call profiteroles? Oh, I think those are still profiteroles, but rather than custard, they fill them with ice cream and smothered them in melted chocolate. Simply outstanding.
Is this the Aviary Attorney? Can I speak to someone, please?
What do they call crepes? Oh, Jesus Christ, okay, Mousy has a bit of a louder voice than we expected. Excuse me! Did you just hear something, Spellson?
Down here!
Oh, sorry, didn't see you there. What can I do for you, little one?
Oh gosh, where to start? Your name, perhaps? Mousy. My name is Mousy.
And what can we do for you, Monsieur Mousy?
I have this friend, and he has fallen under some legal turbulence.
Legal turbulence? You mean he's been arrested?
Yes, I suppose so. They're saying he's a murderer, but he didn't do it. He didn't do it.
That's quite a problem.
I know. Oh, but I forgot to mention, he's the Prince of Spain.
The Prince of Spain? And you didn't think that was worth mentioning from the start? Yeah, that might have been a good thing to open with.
I forgot.
You forgot he's the Prince of Spain? I must ask, Mousy, why did you come to us? I would have thought that the Spanish royal family would have hired legal counsel with a little more...
not terribleness?
Expertise?
Oh, the prince has great faith in your lawyering skills, Monsieur Falcon. He said that your reputation as a lawyer was renowned.
Really? The prince said that?
This is a great opportunity, Falcon. Surely you wouldn't deny a request from the Prince of Spain.
Of course, meh. Well, of course not. We will take the case. Of course we'll take the case. Grab your coat, Spellson. We have royalty to defend.
That's the spirit. Good luck to you, messieurs. You want coming with us, Mousy? I have other matters to attend to, but Prince Juan is being held in the concierge. I'm sure he will fill in all the details.
Right, let's make a move then. See, I just don't trust anything now. I don't, given the fact that he said other matters to attend to, I no longer trust any of this stuff. I'm starting to get the feeling that every single defendant client we have is going to turn out to betray us in some way, which is not a feeling I like to have in the pit of my stomach, but I guess we'll just have to roll with the punches here. Good day, monsieur.
Oh, it's you two again. Hey, nice work on Lady Kitten's trial. Baron Royale is pacing around a cell right now, ranting about wringing your neck.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
He's super mad. But hey, criminal's a criminal, right? If the lion didn't want a death sentence, he probably shouldn't have killed the guy. Oh, you're not here to defend him, are you? Because that would be hilarious. We're actually here to see Prince Juan Herito, heir to the throne of Spain. The mouthy fox, eh? That guy's driving me nuts with his senors and his flamboyant attitude. I say the sooner he hangs, the better.
Well, aren't you just a bucket of sunshine?
Well, come on then, while we're young.
Hey there, pal. The Prince of Spain, I presume? Oh dear. Indeed, I am Juan Herito, heir to the throne of España, and you must be the legendary lawyer, Senor J.J. Falcon. But I wouldn't say legendary, I wouldn't even say notable. Such stupidity! I would expect nothing less from renowned individuals such as yourself. But let us get down to business. I trust in my compañero Mousy explaining the situation. He told us that you have been accused of murder, but we need some further details before we can start our investigation. Ah, of course. What is it that you wanted to know? I don't know, all this stuff? To be honest, Prince Juan, I'm a little confused as to how a member of royalty could get in so much trouble. Could you walk us through your activities on the day of the murder? Of course. Let me see, ready to begin. It was a cold and misty morning of the 6th of January. I had heard that King Louis Philip was unveiling a new painting at the Palace de Louvre, and I wished to meet the man himself. So after a brief stroll and picnic in Tuileries Garden, I entered the palace. I found the royal entourage in the Louvre's Grand Gallery. When I saw an opportunity, I presented a humble gift to the king.
A rose, an international symbol of passion and virtue.
How romantic.
But before the king could take it, a rather rude person snatched it from my fingers. It was a royal guard, a dog by the name of Major Howl. Ouch! Cried out Major Howl. I have pricked myself upon the thorns of this dastardly fowler. And then the Major slumped to the floor. His face turned blue, his mouth frothed, and he died. He died straight away after being pricked. Straight away, senor. It's obvious that the pricked finger was the cause of death, but I don't know of any poison that acts so fast. Nor do I, Senor Falcon. But clearly, the police felt the poison upon the rose's thorns is the only logical explanation. And there's so many witnesses, even the king himself. What could I say to defend myself? Where did this rose come from? I acquired it from a beautiful Parisian flower seller at Les Halles Market, a girl by the name of Catherine Marie Signe. But surely you're not suggesting the flower girl applied the poison herself, Senor Falcon. Well, I'm not making any accusations yet. I'm just planning to explore every line of inquiry. Poison rose, add to the evidence folder. Did you want to ask something else, Senor Falcon? Why are you in Paris? Why did you come to Paris, Prince Juan? I was on a diplomatic mission. I do not know whether you are familiar with current events, but you may have heard that my country is in a state of turmoil. Contenders for the Spanish throne are slandering, plotting, backstabbing. It's chaos, and the people are suffering. So I thought, if I can befriend some French royalty, perhaps even the king himself, maybe I can strengthen my family's name. With the Carrido dynasty restored, I would have a chance at bringing peace to my beautiful nation.
Well, I guess that plan's gone out the window.
Spellison, don't be rude. No, he is right. I have failed terribly. Don't fret, Prince Juan. We'll do everything in our power to clear your name. Maybe once the dust has settled, you will have another opportunity to speak with King Louis Philip and complete your mission. Thank you, Senor Falcon. I am sure you will do your best. Was there anything else you wanted to ask? Well, I guess what were you reading? Not that I care, but sure. What were you reading? What were you reading before you so rudely interrupted? Ah, this book is a Spanish classic, Don Quixote of La Mancha. Do you know it? No, I have not. I've heard of it. It's about the knight who josts windmills, right? That's one part of the story, yes. The hero is a virtuous but elderly knight by the name of Don Quixote. In the chapter you mentioned, he takes up arms against an army of giants who are terrorizing a town. Quixote's partner, Sancho, warns him that the giants are just windmills and the flailing arms are the sails twirling in the wind. But Quixote doesn't listen. He takes up his lance, gets on his horse, and charges anyway.
Sounds more like dumb Quixote, am I right, Falcon?
Perhaps he is dumb, Senor Spellison, but many of us spend our whole lives jousting imaginary giants.
Speak for yourself, Juan. I've never been jousting, let alone seen a giant.
I think we're getting off track here. Indeed. I'll tell you what, Senor Falcon. I'll lend you my copy of this book. Maybe you'll have time to give it a read at some point. Oh, I cannot wait to find out the relevance to the plot that this damn book has. Maybe I will. Thank you. Oh, this will be great. Was there anything else you wanted to... I think it's everything.
What's the plan, Big Bird?
Well, we have 2 lines of inquiry. We should head to the scene of the crime, the Palace des Louvres, and see if we can find any clues or witnesses. And we should interview the flower girl in Les Halles Market to see if she has anything to say about this alleged poisoned rose.
2 tasks spread over 6 days?
I would have cut 4 and just said spread over 6 days, but
this almost sounds too easy.
It's all kind of complacent. Good luck, senores.
Wait a minute, Falcon.
What is it?
Did something seem off about Prince Juan to you?
He's quite a character. He seemed colorful to me, throwing roses, spouting about literature. Juan's one suave Spaniard.
Maybe I misread him.
Well, look, if this is bothering you, we can always ask around. Maybe someone in the city knows Juan's dirty secret. If he actually has anything to hide, that is.
Yeah, let's dig up the dirt.
We still got a trial to prepare for. Priorities, person. Okay. A new day is upon us. Alright, so we have to go to the palace, we have to go to, La Canarjoyex, whatever, and we have to go here. Probably gonna save that for last, because I imagine going to the source is probably gonna be the most important one, so I guess we'll just start here. It's like an obvious place to start, scene of the crime. Okay.
That's the Arc de Triomphe over there, right? I swear it's smaller than how I remember it.
That's the Arc de Triomphe du Carousel, you doofus. The big Arc de Triomphe is up the road.
What? No way. Why are there 2?
Because when a man like Napoleon invades half of Europe, he gets to build as many triumphal arches as he damn well pleases.
Well, well, well. I never expected to see you here, JJ.
That arrogant voice. Good day, Severin.
Let's be civil, JJ. Why don't you introduce me to your new assistant?
Fine, fine. Severin, this is Spellison, my assistant. Spellson, this is Severin Cocorico, the most pompous prosecutor in Paris.
Oh, are you two old school friends or something?
More like arch rivals.
Please, JJ. I think arch rival implies some sort of competition. As I recall, we've met in court on 5 occasions, and on 5 occasions did you get humiliated terribly. I'm amazed a failing bird brain like you is still able to get clients.
Actually, Severin, business has never been better. I'll have you know that I am currently being employed by the Prince of Spain, no less.
The Prince of Spain? Juan Querido? Well, this is quite an amusing coincidence.
Don't tell me. Yawning, sorry.
Correct. I am the prosecutor for the very same case. It is a pity that the Spanish prince will indubitably hang, but I suppose that is what he gets for hiring a bird brain to represent him.
Don't call me bird brain. You're the only bird brain here, Severin. You really owned him with that one.
One always speaks badly when one has nothing to say.
Oh, that's never been more true.
Oh, he's giving you the verbal smackdown. Quick, Falcon, make a witty retort.
Huh? Oh, yeah, I'm rubber and you're glue. Yeah? Well, I'm rubber and you're glue. What bounces off you... Wait.
Oh, dear.
You're the same bumbling fool that you've always been, Falcon. But enough talk. If you messieurs would excuse me, I have a case to prepare for. JJ, Sparrowson, I'll see you two in court. I can't stand that guy.
He did seem like a bit of a cockerel, but is it true what he said? You know, did he trounce you in court 5 times?
I can't deny it. Severin has a reputation as a ruthlessly thorough prosecutor. Mountains of evidence, surprise witnesses. It's a wonder he always manages to one-up me.
But this time will be different, right?
I hope so.
I know so, for you see, I stole this annotated map of the Louvre outside of Cocorico's pocket when he was busy rattling off Voltaire quotes.
Spellson, that's pretty impressive. Pretty impressive, actually. I swear you were standing there 3 meters away the whole time.
You tall boys are so busy with your heads in the closet you don't even notice the small folk running around your feet. Pinching Cocorico's pocket was like taking candy from a very tall baby.
Let's take a closer look.
Let's.
I see. This map shows the entire Louvre area, everything from Tuileries to the Rue de Louvre. Most convenient. We're currently standing here in the Place de Carousel. And those pendant arrows seem to show the route taken by the king's entourage, which means that the king first went here, to the Salle de Tibre, and then here into the Grand Gallery where the murder occurred.
Didn't Prince Juan say that he spent the morning in the Tuileries Gardens?
That's right. That means Prince Juan approached the Louvre from the west side, somewhere over here.
Sounds like we have a lot of places to visit. Where should we go first?
Select room to investigate. I mean, there's so many good choices. Well, I guess we'll start. We'll try to follow their path through. We'll save this for last. Try to follow our path here from right to left. So this is the Salle de Tibre. If I understand Cocorico's notes correctly, this is the room the king and his entourage stopped in before heading to the Grand Gallery. The room doesn't seem to be very popular. I don't see anybody around to interrogate.
Interview.
Right. Interview.
Well, since it's quiet, maybe we should take the opportunity to do a little snooping.
What would be the point? Surely all the interesting evidence would be in the Grand Gallery where the murder took place.
Think about it, Falcon. The police would have already gone over the Grand Gallery with a fine-tooth comb, but I bet that numbskull Inspector Vullerty didn't even think to check this room for clues. There might be a murder weapon just under our beaks.
Your logic seems a little questionable, but it couldn't hurt to have a look, I suppose. Select an area to examine. We'll just go left to right until we find something. A shiny copper urn. I guess it was used for carrying water, or for cremated remains. Probably not both at the same time.
It smells good.
Don't sniff the exhibit, Spellson.
No, really, this urn smells amazing. It's almost chocolatey.
You poor thing. You're hallucinating from hunger. Would you like to stop by a bakery on our way back to the office?
Don't patronize me, Falcon. My nose never lies. I'm telling you, there's something in here. I can feel it.
Now you're touching the exhibit? That's definitely a no-no.
See? Look what I found in the urn.
Put that down, Spellson. It's someone's old rubbish.
No, look, it's a chocolate wrapper. Judging by the smell, the chocolate was bitter and dark. 70, perhaps 80% cocoa. Belgian in origin. The level of wrapper crumbling and the firmness of the chocolate residue indicates that this was discarded just a few days ago.
Yes,
I am certain. The chocolate contained in this wrapper was undoubtedly consumed on the 7th of January, the day of the murder.
Wonder, Spellson, You deduced all that from smelling the wrapper? Imagine what I could work out if I tasted it. That won't be necessary, especially since it might very well be poisoned. Smoson, if you can apply this level of critical thinking to areas outside of food, you will be the world's greatest detective. If only all evidence were edible. So, do you have any idea which shop this chocolate was purchased from? That might help us track down the person who consumed it. No, there's no possible way we can know that. I suppose we'll just have to visit every confectioner in town and sample every bit of merchandise for comparison. Ah, what a chore. Interesting, because I can see Lender Hagerlask's chocolate emporium written on the wrapper. Well, you can't blame a bird for trying. I really love that I named it between these two. Okay, well, I guess that's all there is to see here. So where to next? Go to the Grand Gallery. Here we are, the Grand Gallery, the murder room. I believe the murder occurred right under the new painting.
I see hundreds of paintings. Which one's the new one?
I haven't the foggiest. I'll have to ask someone. May it perhaps be the person right here that we could ask?
Please don't talk to me. Please don't talk to me.
Excuse me, monsieur. You look like you know your Mona Lisas from your Last Suppers.
I don't want any attention. Maybe he isn't talking to me. Nope, he's definitely talking to me. Keep it together, Eric. Oh, hi.
Would you happen to know which painting was unveiled on the 7th of January? The one the king came to visit?
Oh, yeah, I can help you with that. It's the piece right behind you.
Ah, I see. It's a painting of the king himself.
That's one noble-looking penguin. What do you think of it, Falcon?
What do I think? Well, I'm no art critic, but it's a masterpiece, I guess. But it's well painted, that's for sure. Oh, why am I yelling so much today? It's a magnificent painting of our beloved king. It's a masterpiece.
Wow, really? You must be looking at different paintings because all I'm seeing is a penguin in a fancy dress. I'm getting the impression that you must yours on regulars at art galleries.
No, we're a right pair of Philistines. Or Philistines.
Speak for yourself, Falcon. I've never even been to the Middle East. Then I'm guessing you're here to investigate the king's assassination attempt?
That's right. We were actually hoping we could ask you a couple of questions about what you saw.
Oh, I wasn't even in Paris when the murder took place. I didn't see anything. But, I have a friend who might be able to help you out.
What's this? R&M Associates, the home of Renard Fulpe's private investigator? Thank you, but I don't normally deal with these gray area of the law types.
No, please give the guy a chance. He helped me out of a bind before, and I'm sure he can do the same for you.
Well, I'm not making any promises, but I'll keep hold of the card. We appreciate the help in any case.
It's no trouble.
Thank you for your time, monsieur.
Is there anything else we can do here?
Well, ideally we would turn the whole Grand Gallery upside down in our hunt for evidence, but that's not possible with so many people around. We should probably just move to another room. Okay, that was, not as informative as I was hoping it was going to be. Okay, well, I guess we'll go here then, since we started in the carousel. Our feather-headed friends wander through the immaculately maintained Tulare Gardens. Nothing seems out of the ordinary until they spot a familiar face picking up a litter by a tree line.
Hey, Falcon, doesn't that groundskeeper over there look familiar?
Yeah, now that I'm looking at him, he does look a lot like that photographer. What's his name? Robidio Robinho. Bono Baguetto. Salvador Serenado. Robinho. Did someone call me? Oh, it's you. The lawyers who don't appreciate a master little photograph when they see it.
It's good to see that you gave up on your artsy dreams to pursue the more grounded career of groundskeeping. I'm not doing this willingly. I was given community service for committing perjury.
That seems generous.
Can you believe that?
I actually can't, but not for the reasons you can't believe it.
They gave me, an esteemed photographer, community service. Me! Yeah, I can believe that.
Perjury is somewhat serious. You should be thankful you got off without jail time.
You sound just like that self-righteous Judge Maxim. So, did you two want to ask me something, or are you just here to gulp? Personally, I'm just gulping.
Actually, I do have a couple of questions, if you don't mind, Monsieur Robinho. Have you met a Prince Swan? I don't suppose you bumped into a Spanish fox who goes by the name of Prince Swan, have you?
A Spanish fox? No, I've never met anyone like that. If this is about that assassination attempt on the king, then you're asking the wrong person. I enlisted her working here today.
I see. Was there anything else you wanted? How's that groundskeeping going? So how's that new groundskeeping job working out?
Terrible. Tourists are pigs. Sometimes literally. Look at all this rubbish I've found. Beer bottles, tin cans, apple cores.
And look what I picked up by this west entrance. A book page. A whole book I can understand, but a single page? What kind of blithering moron loses just one page? Wait a moment. May I take a close look at that, monsieur? Yeah, I wonder what book this page stems from. Don Quixote. That's a page from Don Quixote. May I take it off your hands, monsieur? Sure. What's it worth to you? What's it worth? It's trash. It's literally worthless.
I suppose I'll be destroying it as per my duties.
Alright. I suppose you deserve a little compensation for your trouble. How about you give me the page, and I will pay you this. I'll speak with Judge Frank Snow, because he did commit something that he deserves to be punished for. I'll get your photos in the Louvre is an impossible task. I'll pay you 5 francs. 10, 6, 10, 8, 10.
Wow, Falcon, you suck at bartering.
Alright, fine, 10 it is. Take my damn money. Okay, this better be the most important piece of evidence on the planet Earth.
Do you want to ask something else?
That's all. That's all. When did you get back to your work, Monsieur Albino? Alright, I gotta admit, this investigation has not been as fruitful as I was hoping it was going to be. Well, I guess that's all everywhere we can check.
Are we all done here?
I suppose so. Yep, let's make a move.
Good call. We can always come back here later if we've forgotten something.
Well, I was expecting that checking the scene of the crime would just give us a whole buttload of evidence, but, such did not happen, unfortunately. Okay, well, I guess we'll go here next.
Really, Falcon? I thought you were done with your mopey drinking.
Not here to drink, person, or mope for that matter. Taverns are a fantastic hub of information. If we wish to get to learn more about this Prince Swan, this would be the ideal place to start asking questions.
Oh, that's pretty good thinking. Oh, you two are back. Are you feeling any better, Falcon?
Much better. Thank you for asking, Madame Quandale.
That's great to hear, hun. Will it be the usual?
No. I'm back to investigative work today, so I've got to keep sharp.
We wanted to know if you've seen a Prince of Spain around here recently. A Prince of Spain? I don't know if you've noticed, hun, but this ain't exactly the classiest pub in Paris. I'm lucky to serve the occasional Borghese. You can forget about seeing a member of royalty.
That's a pity. Maybe I should ask one of your patrons.
Feel free. The old regulars, Rufus and Paul, are playing cards in the attic, same as always. We get all sorts of colorful characters in the drinking room, but if you rattled enough cages, you would find someone who knows whatever it is you want to know.
Thank you, madam. Let's see, where to start? Well, I imagine the drinking room is the obvious place to go. So there I was in the grasslands 10 kilometers downriver, rifle in hand. I had been pursuing this set of footprints for an hour. I was getting closer and closer. I could almost smell the beast. Then I spotted it. It was a boar. A big, stupid boar, completely oblivious to my existence. I readied my gun. I carefully took aim. And then BAM!
You shot it?
No. It was the most peculiar thing. The boar slumped over dead right before I could take the shot.
Sounds like one of them heart attacks. Me nan went the same way.
That's what I thought. But when I went to take a closer look, I noticed that the boar was frothing at the mouth.
Well, it was rabid?
Possible, but I don't think so. I remember reading something about frothing around the mouth being a symptom of poisoning. What an interesting thing to bring up now of all times. Ask about the boar. Excuse me, monsieur.
Yes? Can I help you?
You say that the beast you were tracking might have died from poisoning. Could you give us some further details?
Further details? I'm not much of a poison expert, I'm afraid.
What do you think caused it?
I would guess that it ate something bad. I saw some of that poisonous plant around. Wolf's Bane, I think they call it. But really, I have no idea. I'm a hunter, not a vet. Excuse me.
Okay. I don't recall there being any frothing at the mouth for the one who died, but yeah, it's whatever. Excuse me, monsieur. What is it? I don't suppose you've seen a Juan Corrido around here. He's Spanish royalty.
Foxy fellow, swanky hat, calls everyone senor. That doesn't sound familiar. Do you recall seeing anyone like that? Ain't got a clue.
Sorry, messieurs, you're barking at the wrong tree. Well, what can you tell us about the Spanish royal family?
Do we look like we're walking encyclopedias or something? I'm afraid my compadre has a point. If you want to talk about hunting, then I'm your man. But Spanish royalty? That sounds like a question to be answered at a library, monsieur, not a tavern.
A library? Maybe you're right. Sorry for bothering you, monsieur. Yeah, that is an interesting detail to bring up about frothing at the mouth, which, from what I understand, has not been something that's been shown off in regards to our current murder victims, so might be something worth looking into. Okay, well, is that it? Can we head out now? Already hit the road? I believe so, because I don't think we're going to get much more information out of this little trip. I mean, the fact that we even got that little tidbit about the frothing of the mouth is astounding. Alright, so can we go to the... He said go to the library. Can we go to the library now? Yep. Looks like we can. Cool.
Here for a little light reading, are we?
Not quite, Sposen. I'm following the hunting beagle's advice.
Don't eat poisoned pork?
The other piece of advice, that if we want to learn about a member of royalty, we should hit the library.
Oh, that makes sense. Say, Falcon, I've been meaning to ask, since we're in a library and all, are you a classic literature fan, or do you prefer more modern works?
Readings for squares. I mean, it's not. I actually love reading. I rarely get the time to do it anymore, which I hate. But whenever I get the chance, I actually love to read. Reading is so blasé. Give me a good modern opera. Oh God, no opera. Jesus.
Good call. Nothing beats a well-made show. Speaking of which, I hear they are performing La Damnation de Faust at the Opera Comique. I would sell my soul for front row tickets.
Oh, hi there.
Would you, messieurs, mind lowering your voices? I can hear you squawking from the other side of the building.
Ah, my apologies, monsieur. I'll keep it down.
Wait, you're a librarian, aren't you?
An astute observation. Yes, monsieur. As the only quiet person in the library, I am most assuredly the librarian.
Now that we have your attention, my friend wants to ask you something.
I do? Oh, right, I do. What can you tell us about Don Quixote? About this book from a friend. What can you tell us about it?
Don Quixote of La Mancha, it's a classic. Everybody has read it.
Yeah, everybody. But for those who haven't.
I'm not going to sit here and summarize a great work of literature for two imbeciles who are too lazy to read.
Well, I expect you to, monsieur. What can you tell us about the physical book itself?
This particular book didn't come from any library, if that's what you're asking. See? There's no library stamp or card. I assume it was acquired from a bookshop. A French bookshop, if the French translation and publishing information wasn't a giveaway.
I see. Thank you.
Did you have any other questions, or can I get back to work?
What can you tell us about the Spanish monarchy? You seem like a scholarly, well-read individual. I'm sure you're up to date on geopolitical news and the like.
I don't need your praise. Spit out whatever imbecilic question is in the back of your throat.
Well, we understand that the Spanish throne is currently under dispute. Can you give us a brief rundown on who the contenders are?
Well, a trivia question. Even an elementary school child can name the immediate heirs to every throne in Europe.
Yeah, but for the sake of those children who slept through that class, can you refresh our memories?
Very well. Pay attention, because I'm not repeating myself. The current reigning monarch of Spain is Queen Regnant Isabella II of the House of Bourbon, daughter of King Ferdinand VII. Upon her death, the crown would likely fall to her husband, King Consort Francis, Duke of Cadiz, although it is certainly possible that an immediate family member could stake a claim. However, the Queen's position is currently being disputed by the Carlists, headed by the Count of Montemolin. I hope that answers your question.
Did you catch all that, Spousin? Not a word. Monsieur, we're actually interested in Prince Juan Querido of Spain. I don't think I heard that name in your explanation.
A prince? Juan Querido? Is that what you said? Monsieur, I think you've been misinformed. There is no current Prince of Spain.
Oh.
I'm not even sure Querido is a real name. It is certainly no line of any Spanish monarchy.
And suddenly, things start making a bit more sense. How strange.
What does this mean, Falcon?
One thing's for sure, our client is not the Prince of Spain. Maybe he's a delusional lunatic, or perhaps he's involving us in some sort of con. Well, what's our client conning us? Pfft, never. We don't have long before the trial, but it may be in our interest to confront Prince Juan directly and get some answers.
Right.
Are you two quite done chit-chatting?
That's all. Don't worry, monsieur. I think we are done here. Thanks for your time.
Then I bid you good day.
Well, we were right about one thing. Our client's lying to us. Again. Just not necessarily in the same ways as they were before. Okay. Well, before we go do that, let's go ask about the flower. I did mention we wanted to save it for last, so we'll save it for last. The pair arrives at Les Halles Market. Vendors and buskets, performers and thieves, Borgios and peasants all bustle from place to place. Prince Juan said that he met a flower girl here. Signe, I think he said her name was.
There's a swan with flowers over there. Think that's her?
I think so. It's possible that she knows the murderer, or even that she is the murderer herself, so we should probably act with a tact and finesse.
Jesus. Excuse me, mademoiselle flower lady. We like a word.
Tact, spouse, and tact. We've been over this.
Good day, messieurs. Are you interested in purchasing a flower? Yes, I wish to purchase a rose for my lady. I'm afraid I'm out of roses. I sold my last one a week ago. Perhaps you'd be satisfied with a chrysanthemum instead? Tis a beautiful flower from a fair maiden.
Please don't mind, Sposen. He fell out of his nest as a baby, and he said dumplings ever since. Oh, Falcon.
Hey!
Let me introduce myself. I am J.J. Falcon, defense attorney. Are you Mademoiselle Signe?
That's right. Catherine Marie Signe. I suppose you're here to ask about the royal assassination attempt?
How'd you know?
I'm no fool, monsieur. I know that a rose I sold was used as the murder weapon. To be honest, I'm surprised it's taken so long for someone to directly question me.
The Parisian police seem to have a habit of missing obvious leads. So do you mind if we ask you a couple of questions?
Business is slow. Please, ask away.
Where do you get your flowers from? Where do you acquire your flowers from, if I may ask?
Normally I gather them from the wild. Last week I found these chrysanthemums on the city limits, and that's the same place I discovered this monkshood. But it's still, since it's still winter, I have to buy a lot of my flowers from a merchant who travels to Italy and the Netherlands. That's how I acquired the rose.
What can you tell us about this particular merchant?
Not a lot, monsieur. He's just an old man who passes through Paris a few times a year, selling his goods and wares.
I see.
No chance of him being a super secret assassin? No, monsieur. Do you want to ask something else?
Who bought your last rose? Mademoiselle, you mentioned you sold your last rose a week ago. Who'd you sell it to?
The person who bought the rose. I didn't catch his name, but he was a charming red fox. Sounds like our Juan. I met him around a week ago on the 6th. We talked for a little while, about the usual things, you know, like how everyone seems to be in the debt these days. Then he bought a rose and left. I hear that the fox is on trial, but to be honest, monsieur, I don't think he's guilty.
Oh? Why's that?
Well, actually, never mind. It's just a gut feeling.
Okay, well, like we did last time in the first episode, we're not gonna pressure unnecessarily. I just said, mademoiselle, if you remember anything specific, please don't hesitate to get in contact with us.
Do you want anything else?
Nope, that's all. That's all. Thank you for your time, mademoiselle.
Hold on, monsieur. Before you leave, are you sure you don't want to buy some flowers? I'll even cut you a deal. Only 10 francs for this assortment of chrysanthemums and monkshods.
10 francs for a flower? It's a little steep.
Steep? Monsieur, I challenge you to find cheaper flowers in January.
Alright, I'll take a bunch. Alright, I'll take some. They can brighten up the office. They're also probably going to be critical to the case.
Thank you very much, monsieur. Here you go. I don't claim to be a flower expert or anything, but chrysanthemums and monkshods are a weird choice. I suppose that's a bit strange, isn't it? The other flowers sell us the popular dull flowers like tulips and roses. But I like these particular flowers because they are rebellious.
I'm sorry, the flowers are rebellious?
They stuck it out and managed to bloom in the middle of January. The flowers fought nature. They overcame insurmountable odds. It's quite an amazing thing to see.
I think I get it.
You don't need to humor me. I'm rambling, aren't I?
Not at all. It's been a pleasant discussion. Have a good day, mademoiselle.
And you, monsieurs.
Okay, so that's all was that all the things we needed to do? Or are we... Occasionally, special cinematic scenes marked by an exclamation mark will pop up on the map screen. These cinematic scenes are only available for one day before disappearing, but they take no time to visit. Their viewing is entirely optional. Well, I don't know why we would turn this down. Let's go. Let's see what we got in store for us. A storm is brewing, my brother. Word of the royal assassination attempt has spread. The proletarians grow confident. The bourgeois are cowering. It won't be long before we have rioting. And then a revolution. You know, I'm starting to think our client may actually be innocent this time. You can't be sure anymore given what happened in the first case, but after that little cinematic, I'm more confident in our abilities to actually win and feel good about it this time. But before I can get too sure of myself, let's actually go speak with our clients. See what's up.
You again? Visiting hours are over. Come back later.
I have no time for your quibbling, monsieur. Stand aside.
You can't talk to me like that.
I most certainly can. We have reason to believe that you are housing a suspect under false pretenses. That is in direct violation of statutes 204B and 488C of the French Criminal Code of Justice. Failure to comply with our request may result in you, yes you, monsieur, being held directly responsible for any consequential legal action.
Alright. No need to break out the legalese on me. I'll go open the cell. Wow, Falcon, how did you memorize those criminal codes?
No, I'm guessing he made them up. Memorize? Come on, Spelson. Learn how to bluff. Yeah, I had a feeling. Ah, Senor Falcon, it is so good to see you again. You have some good news about my case, I hope. Confront politely. Listen, Juan, in order to maximize our chances of a successful trial, I need to know every bit of information. I can't work with half-truths. If you tell me one thing and the prosecution's evidence tells me another, then we're both in trouble. I'm afraid I don't quite follow, senor. Do you want me to spell it out? I know that you are not the Prince of Spain. I know your name is not Juan Carrido. Where is this coming from? I assure you, senor, I am who I claim to be. If you want your trial to be a farce, then you don't need my help. Come, Spelson, we're leaving. Wait. Come yourself, Monsieur Falcon. I'll reveal all.
Did you just say, Monsieur? What happened to your Spanish accent?
Your suspicions are well placed, Juan. Carrido is not my real name, and I am not a Spanish prince.
That was just a persona I concocted for the purpose of getting arrested? Why would you want to get arrested? You're putting me in a difficult position, monsieur. I tell you the full story, I would be putting someone else in danger. How about this? I'll tell you a story. I like stories. There was a girl, a mademoiselle who was in a great deal of debt. Everyone has a debt these days, monsieur. Indeed. But this particular mademoiselle was indebted to a very powerful man, and that man wished to collect. The mademoiselle had no means of paying, so the man offered her a deal. Murder this man, and I will forget what you are owed. Refuse, and I will reap what I am owed from your parents. With no alternative options, the mademoiselle accepted. But another man, a gallant knight with foolish, archaic notions of chivalry, heard the mademoiselle's story. The knight knew that murder was inevitable, but he saw a way to take the fall in mademoiselle's place. Do you understand what I am saying, monsieur? I understand. I understand, monsieur. To be honest, it wasn't the subtlest of allegories. Storytelling was never my strong suit. But I'm glad that you're seeing things from my perspective. Hopefully that sheds some light on the situation. If I may ask, monsieur, why did you not just go to the police with the information that you had? The police are not always an option. What is a man to do when the justice system itself is the problem? I'll let you know when I figure it out, monsieur. Dwell on it. Perhaps we should talk about something else in the meantime. What is your real name? So what is your real name? What's in a name? It's just an empty label, a vapid reflection of who we really are. Today I am Juan Carrito, the Prince of Spain. Tomorrow I may be Bruno Rayer, a pauper living under a bridge of the Seine. But that doesn't change who I am, or what I do. That didn't really answer my question. No, I suppose it didn't. But you're a smart boy, Monsieur Falcon. I suspect you already know my real name. Well, I can take a guess. I can take a pretty damn strong guess as to who you might be. But I don't. I guess I opened the screen one text advancement too early. You are Renard Vulpes, private investigator. Very astute. And you are Monsieur Falcon, private defense attorney. But that wasn't always your name, was it, Monsieur Falcon? Just like me, you know how to adopt a new persona on a whim. You changed your name, Falcon? I didn't know that. This isn't about me. Juan, Renard, Monsieur, we're trying to uncover the truth here. Of course. So what truth is it that you are attempting to uncover, Monsieur Falcon? I don't have any more questions for you, Juan. I think we've learned all we can for now. Really? I don't feel like we've learned very much. Oh, Monsieur Falcon, before I forget, could you find Mousy and ask him whether the birds have successfully flown south for the winter? Whether the birds have flown south? What is that? Some sort of code? Something like that. But rest assured, Monsieur, that this does directly pertain to the case. Well, if we have time, I'll be sure to let Mousy know. Let's make a move, Spellson. Trial day is approaching. Right. Man, you know, I am pleasantly surprised by the lengths this game is going to kind of pull the rug out from under you, I guess. Because, I mean, it opens with it just opens, it comes out of the gate swinging with the freaking reveal that your client is guilty, and then you only find out after you prove her innocent. And then this time, we have a case where the client isn't even actually who we claim to be, and is taking the fall for someone else. So it's, I'm liking this. This is very much impressing me so far. Okay. Well, I guess we may as well go here. Let's see what's up.
Ooh, customers.
Hello? Is this the office of Renard Vulpes?
Ah! It's you two.
Mousy? What are you doing here? Oh, I thought you figured that out. R and M? The M would be... Oh, I thought... Okay.
See? R and M, Renard and Mousy. Monsieur Renard Vulpes and I carry out all sorts of investigations together. Although, to be completely honest, it's normally Monsieur Vulpes who chooses which cases to take.
Mousy, we have a message for you. It's from Prince Juan himself.
He wants to know if the birds have flown south for the winter. Whatever that means. Oh! Yes, the birds have migrated successfully. But if Prince Juan told you that, then that means he trusts you. He must want you to take these. Go on, take them, take them.
These are used train ticket stubs? It looks like two people took a railroad trip to Vienna. What exactly is the point? What exactly is the point of this, Mousy? Okay, there's definitely some grammatical errors throughout the script, but I can still understand what they're trying to say, so it's fine.
Prince Juan said that they would help with the trial. See the names.
Gaudier Signe, Nicole Signe. I recognize the surname, but I don't know who these people are.
Neither do I, really. Prince Juan just told me to book train tickets for these people, and then to make sure they caught the train. And so, that's what I did.
strange. I'm not exactly sure how these are supposed to help with the trial, but I'll keep holding this. Well, he mentioned how, the girl's parents needed, the phrase was that he's owed collect what he's owed from her parents, which seems like a very specific phrase to say, and then to now receive tickets from 2 people with the same last name as the girl who sold the flowers. Guessing that there's not a coincidence in that regard. Let's go, Sparrowson. I'm done playing courier. Good call. Okay. What's up next? Oh, trial day? Okay. Well, then I guess if it's trial day, we're gonna end things here. This case is exciting so far. I mean, we have a better understanding of what's gone down this time than we did last time with regards to the whole girl indebted thing, which explains the flower girl, and then her parents, they had train tickets to get him out of there. I'm intrigued to see where this goes, because there's a couple different ways this could go, in terms of what actually went down, but I'm looking forward to seeing how it unfolds. I am still beyond impressed with this game so far, and its constant efforts to deviate enough from what we're familiar with without feeling too astray from the classic style we all know and love. So I'm on board. So that'll be it for now. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for next time. I'll catch you all tomorrow with some more Aviary Attorney. Goodbye.